Good morning, traders. Welcome to Wednesday, the 11th of April. My name is Mark Owen, and this is the morning update from Phoenix Blue. Okay, so what do we have in the news today? Well, it's Chinese CPI data year on year came out slightly worse than expected, but nearly as forecast, came in at zero point 0.9 and a forecast of 1.1. And then we had the PPI come in slightly better than forecast. So across the board, you can see that the Chinese data was pretty much as expected. At 9 a.m., we've got Mr. Mark Carney speaking, the Governor of the Bank of England, and we've got the average earnings index at 9:30, so not just too far away within the next half an hour. So what I'd say to you is anyone that's trading sterling, please be wary. We'll look at the chart in a moment, but don't be taking any intraday trades now. If you've got sterling trades on the table, then what I'd be suggesting is take some money off the table, protect your capital, or protect your profits that you may have. I think the major sort of news will be at 11 a.m. when President Trump speaks regarding healthcare, tax incentives, and Syria and North Korea. So there could be quite a bit of volatility around 11 a.m. Predominantly whenever Mr. Trump or President Trump has spoken, there's been significant movements, but generally for disappointment. But listen, we can't take what's happened in the past on speeches to what's going to happen in the future. However, Syria is real. We've seen the impact it's had on oil and therefore impact on Canadian dollar. North Korea, all this conflict around the world right now is seeing investors run to safe havens. So we're seeing a risk-off scenario. Essentially, that's what's causing the jump in gold and jump in dollar yen, or I should say jump to yen. How long this will go on for? Well, we don't know. What we can do is we can trade our technical levels. So I was long gold the other day, and I'll show you the trade. Broke through the resistance level, and now we're looking for potential continuations, but we've got to wait until after Mr. Trump has spoken. Then at 3 o'clock, we've got the Bank of Canada Monetary Policy Report and the rate statement. This is expected to stay at 0.5%. Obviously, the crude oil price rising will be doing the Canadian economy the world of good. That's their biggest export. So as crude increases, you see the strength of the Canadian dollar. As crude value decreases, you'll see weakness in the Canadian dollar. And then straight after the Canadian, we've got crude oil inventories, followed by 4:15 Bank of Canada press conference, and 9:15 p.m. this evening, Mr. Pollers, the Bank of Canada's governor, speaking. So predominantly, it's a pretty news impact day today, so be very, very wary. There's going to be so many pairs that are going to be caught up in the crossfire with one wrong sentiment or slightly different phrasing. So be very, very careful today. So today, sit on the sidelines or just be very, very diligent and wait for those key levels to be approached. Okay, so dollar index. I mean, we've called this pretty much spot on. The two trades that we've taken recently was the one from down here. We didn't take it on the dollar index, of course. We took it on euro dollar, so we took euro dollar short, correlating with this trade. We did have a loser, taking this one a little bit early, trading off the level. But then obviously we find an alternative source of where we can potentially see support or buyers coming in. So we got a nice trade from that, and ultimately we're doing the same again here. This time we didn't actually, or some of the team, I should say, some of the Projet team have taken euro dollar long. I've actually taken dollar Swiss short. It's the same trade. It's just personal preference on your rule setup. So there's some nice trades here. We're seeing dollar weakness, and this is what we envisage now, just for the next maybe few days, couple of weeks. We can't give a time, but what we can do is we can give a forecast on where we expect the dollar index to go, and that'll be in and around the 99s, maybe a little bit lower, 98.50s. At which point we'd probably expect to see some sort of dollar correction again. The pattern we're seeing here is a descending wedge, which is a bullish pattern on the whole. So predominantly we would expect to see the market break out of this, which in turn would coincide with our fundamentals, which long term we would believe that the dollar is going to strengthen, given the rate increases they're talking about and the strength of their economy. However, as we all know, with strength doesn't necessarily mean it's going to go in one direction. So right now, this is where we're expecting a correction, and we'll trade the correction as we see fit. So euro dollar, this is what we're seeing. The long opportunity came straight in off the shorter time frame trend line or bottom of the channel that will take up to the longer term channel, at which point we'll see then whether we're going to get a break or whether we're going to come back down and dollar strength will resume. But for the short term, we see euro dollar up. Right now you can see just got a small position in dollar yen long. Took this early this morning, saw a change in market cycles. The reason for this trade is I see it as overextended, and I'm just trading it back very, very small towards 110.30, which you can see the target in there, very small arrow. We're looking to then potentially see whether the dollar strength or the dollar weakness will continue. This stock will be moved very aggressively just before Mr. Trump speaks. So sterling, no trades on here at the minute, but what you'll see is we've been operating in that big range between sort of 127 and 121. Just recently we had a symmetrical triangle which had a false break to the downside. Now we're breaking to the upside. We've got a nice morning star candle formation here on the daily cut chart, so suggesting further move to the upside. I would expect to see that short-term trend line reached. Then it's a matter of will we get to 127. Seasonally, we're long sterling and short US dollar as well. So there's a lot of factors that agree that we should see this market at least touch the 125.50 with a push up to 127 before dollar strength will resume. So this is the trades we've taken on Swissy. First trade, we're pretty much at break even. Second trade's running quite well. Stops and moved down based on yesterday's candle. We're looking for initial targets in the middle of the descending wedge, and then second targets, extended targets, we're looking to take down, not to the bottom of the wedge, but towards these lows here where we saw buyers come in previously. This would make sense if they came in here. Potentially they're going to come in here again. So I'd always rather be the first man out than the last man trying to get out. Okay, so the next trading event is Tuesday, the 18th of April. That's next Tuesday, day after Easter Monday. We've nearly got a full house at the minute, but if you would like to attend this event, please drop us an email at info@phoenixblue.co.uk. Alternatively, what you can do is call the office. We'll be happy to talk with yourself or any traders that you know that would like to attend, or if you can't make this event, then get in touch with us. We're running courses all the time now, and pretty much most weekends there's a course on if you would like to jump on, attend one of our courses. If not, if it's just a mentoring package you would like to do, then please give us a shout. We're happy to help, and we're getting some fantastic results at the moment, and you can see that just through looking at Instagram and people that are associated with us. Have a great trading day. Remember, there's lots of news today, so please be very, very careful and don't rush into taking any trades. Okay, have a good day. Bye-bye.